Two writers decide to write a novel. Both dream of a bestseller. Both are fired up by the idea. The first sets a goal. I will write a book in a year. He buys a beautiful notebook, downloads an app for writers, tells his friends about his project, feels a surge of motivation. The second says it differently. I write every day at 7 in the morning, 250 words. Doesn't matter what, doesn't matter how, just 250 words. A year later, the first is still waiting for inspiration. The second is holding a finished 90,000-word manuscript. What went wrong for the first one? He did everything right, visualized the goal, planned, motivated himself. The problem is that goals are an illusion of control, and habits are the reality of change. James Clear, author of the book Atomic Habits, which has sold over 15 million copies, discovered a secret known to athletes and musicians for centuries, but which everyone else persistently ignores. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. We are obsessed with goals. Lose 10 kilograms, earn $1 million, learn a language, write a book, find love. Goals sound inspiring. They provide direction. They make us feel like we are in control of our lives. But here is the paradox. Winners and losers have the same goals. Every Olympic athlete wants gold, but only one gets the medal. Every entrepreneur wants to build a successful business, but most go bust in the first year. The difference is not in the goals. The difference is in the systems. A goal is the result you want to achieve. A system is the process that leads to that result. Go, run a marathon. System, train 4 times a week on schedule. Go, write a book. System, write every morning, even if it turns out poorly. Here's the thing. Goals are temporary. You achieve them, and then what? You set a new goal. The cycle repeats. It's like cleaning a room once and expecting it to stay clean forever. Systems are eternal. They're built into your life. They work regardless of whether you have reached a goal or not. James Clear starts his book with a powerful metaphor. If you get 1% better every day for a year, by the end of the year, you will be 37 times better than you were at the start. 1%, almost imperceptible. But the compounding effect turns this into a transformation. The reverse also works. If you get 1% worse every day, by the end of the year, you are almost at 0. The problem is that we don't notice these changes in real time. The first day in the gym won't give you muscles. The first healthy meal won't make you slim. The first page won't give you a book. And this is where most people give up, because we live in a culture of immediate results. We want transformation in a week, success in a month, mastery in a year. But reality works differently. Clear calls this the valley of disappointment. You do everything right, but the results are not visible. It seems like nothing is changing. The temptation to quit is huge. But changes accumulate beneath the surface, like ice that slowly melts. At first, nothing happens. Then the temperature reaches a critical point and everything changes instantly. Bamboo grows underground for the first 5 years, developing its root system. You see nothing, and then, in 6 weeks, it grows 30 meters. Your habits are this bamboo. You don't see the result, but the roots are strengthening every day. Clear systematized the science of habits into 4 simple rules. Want to create a good habit? Make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Most of our actions are automatic. We pick up the phone without realizing it. We snack without noticing. We procrastinate without thinking. The first step is to recognize the pattern, then change the environment. Want to read more? Put a book on your pillow. Want to eat fewer sweets? Remove them from your field of vision. Want to run in the mornings? Prepare your sneakers the night before. Environment is stronger than willpower. Always. Our brain is hardwired for pleasure. We do what is pleasant and avoid what is painful. Hack. Link a necessary habit with something you love. Listen to your favorite music only at the gym. Drink your favorite coffee only during your morning writing. Psychologists call this temptation bundling. Motivation is overrated. Discipline is overrated. Know what works? Reducing friction. Don't plan a 1-hour run. Plan to put on your sneakers. Don't promise yourself to write a chapter. Promise to write 1 sentence. Clear calls this the 2-minute rule. Any habit should take less than 2 minutes at the beginning, because starting is the hardest part. An immediate reward seals the habit. Track progress visually, a check mark on a calendar, a coin in a jar, anything that gives instant confirmation, because the brain learns from feedback. The faster the reward, the faster the habit forms. But here is the real breakthrough in Clear's thinking. Most people approach change like this. I want to lose weight, so I will run. This is outcome-based change. Clear suggests flipping this. I am a runner. Runners run. This is identity-based change. The difference is colossal. When you focus on the result, you are dependent on willpower. I must force myself to go to the gym. When you change your identity, actions become natural. I am a person who trains. That is what I do. Every action is a vote for who you want to become. Wrote a page? A vote for a writer's identity. Chose a salad instead of a burger? A vote for a healthy person's identity. You don't become a writer when you publish a book. You become a writer when you write, even if it is bad, even if no one sees it. Identity is the sum of your habits. You literally become what you do every day. Motivation is a myth. You cannot rely on it because it is inconsistent. Monday, you are full of energy. Thursday, you're exhausted. Motivation comes and goes like a wave. The system works regardless of how you feel. A professional differs from an amateur, not by talent, not by passion, not even by discipline. A professional shows up even when they don't want to, because they have a system. Stephen King writes 2,000 words every day, including his birthday, including Christmas, including days when inspiration is dead. Not because he's a robot, because he has a system. And the system doesn't ask if you want to, it just starts. Here's what you can do right now. Don't set a goal to exercise 5 times a week. Set a system. I do 5 push-ups every morning after my shower. Don't promise yourself to read more. Open a book to 1 page before bed. 1. Don't try to eat healthy. Just start the day with a glass of water every day for weeks. These actions seem ridiculously small, and that is their strength, because small is sustainable. Small doesn't require motivation. Small won't break on a bad day. And over time, small becomes ordinary. Ordinary becomes easy. Easy becomes automatic. And suddenly, you are no longer the person you were a year ago. James Clear didn't invent anything new. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. But Clear systematized it, made it scientific, practical, applicable. Your life 5 years from now is a projection of your systems today. Not hopes, not plans, not goals, systems. What do you do when no one is watching, when there is no deadline, when there are no cheers? That is your real system. And the good news is, you can change it right now. No need to wait for Monday, the new year, the perfect moment. Choose 1 micro habit, 1, and start today. So, the question in the comments, what 1 tiny habit will you launch tomorrow? Something so small that it is impossible not to do.